Welcome to round 2 of 2022 in Saudi Arabia. It was quite an explosive start with the first corner incident in Bahrain. And Lewis Hamilton, he just seems to get stronger and stronger in his quest for redemption. Pole position here today, Carlossainz and a Ferrari alongside him. Then you've got the two Red Bulls, Sergioperez and Max Verstappen. I think realistically it's going to be quite difficult for them to repeat that 1-2 from Bahrain here. But we shall see. George Russell 5th in the Mercedes. Landonorris once again defying expectations to qualify 6th in his McLaren. Very good performance from him. Somewhat disappointing for Charles Leclerc, down in 7th whilst his teammate is on the front row. Daniel Ricciardo up to 8th. Underperformed slightly in Bahrain and qualifying, but he's got the car where you'd expect it to be now. Fernandoalonso 9th on the grid, just like he was in Bahrain, and his teammate Esteban Ocon in 10th. Sebastian Vettel delivers a bit better this time, 11th place, probably the best that could be hoped for in that car. Valtteri Bottas 12th, he's quite solid in qualifying so far this season. Alex Albon, brilliant performance from him to put his Williams in 13th. That's a very decent qualifying position for that car. Same for Yuki Tsunoda, much improved from Bahrain for him. He is in 14th. Guan Yu Zhou, 15th in the Alfa Romeo. Lance Stroll, 16th in the Aston Martin. Then the two Hasses, Kevin Magnussen ahead of Mick Schumacher this time. And then we go to the back row where Pierre Gasly once again underwhelms in his Alpha Tauri. And then Nicholas Latifi in the second Williams rounds off the grid in 20th and last place. So, let's see. Will Lewis Hamilton strike back and get a win today? He's on pole position. It's a great opportunity. And we'll see Hamilton on the front row with Sainz. And they're getting ready, they're revving up, and the lights go out. And Hamilton is slow away, and Sainz is straight through. Straight through, and Perez as well gets through. And Max Verstappen is attacking Lewis Hamilton. Perez attacking Sainz. Clearly those Red Bulls want to repeat that 1-2. And Verstappen is having a look at Lewis Hamilton. He's shortly up the inside, and there we go. And Max has undercooked it. Max has misjudged it, and he's lost his front wing. That wasn't contact with Hamilton, that was contact with the wall. And Perez, at the same time, we didn't see that, but Perez has lost his front wing as well. Lewis Hamilton back in the second place, and both Red Bulls have lost their front wing. Was that a case of just trying too hard to get the 1-2 that they got in Bahrain and getting impatient? Because if they've got the fast car, they should have taken it at some point. But then look, Max is still holding them back, and Leclerc goes through. Russell went the wrong way, and Leclerc goes through. That's a sort of an opposite of what happens to the two of them behind Bottas in Bahrain. And there's Leclerc still stuck behind Perez. And look, those Red Bulls have been able to hold them back quite well. And there's Sainz and Hamilton are away in first and second. Sainz has got, I would say, a reasonable gap to Lewis, but then Lewis has got a pretty big gap to Charles Leclerc, and Perez, with his lack of front downforce, is still holding back that Ferrari. Leclerc finally gets through, and I would say potentially that's the top 3 set for the race. And then Norris works his way around the outside of Max Verstappen. Really good move, but George Russell still can't get past Verstappen. He's allowed Leclerc through, he's allowed Norris through, but look, Russell is still stuck in position. And Sainz leading across the line into lap 2. And Hamilton is a reasonable distance behind him. And yeah, well, like we said, all the top 3 are set. Ocon has gone out, by the way. Albon has gone out. What a shame for him. And Vettel out as well. So Norris in fourth place, finally with those Red Bulls pitting. These guys are released, but George Russell is now attacking Lando Norris because he can sense the opportunity there to try to get back into that 4th position. Like we said, the top 3 are set, but if George can get in the 4th, they'll have to do it. Well, he's lost his front wing. He's done what Verstappen did. He wasn't even trying to go inside a car. He was just trying to hit an aggressive angle, but it was too aggressive, and George has blown it. And I'm wondering if Lewis Hamilton has got a problem, because Charles Leclerc is catching him at a rate of knots. This is unnatural. We said that Lewis wanted to fight to get his world title back, but he just hasn't got the car, has he? Unless he's got an issue. Hopefully we'll get an onboard and we will see what is going on with that Mercedes, because look at the rate Charles Leclerc is catching him. It's visual. There's about half a lap to go. Let's have a listen. It doesn't sound too bad, so it's just a lack of pace, I think, or maybe he's struggling with the tyres, but Lewis is going to come under pressure. We didn't expect to see this for the end of the race. We thought the top 3 was all set. Lando Norris still sitting comfortably in 4th. Daniel Ricciardo in 5th. And then George Russell has lost, with his lost front wing, he's falling back. Alonso up to 6th place now. Lando, another great performance. And there goes Charles Leclerc up the inside of Lewis Hamilton. It's going to be a Ferrari 1-2, a Red Bull 1-2 in the first race, and a Ferrari 1-2 in the second. This is going to blow the World Championship wide open and bring Ferrari right into play. Carlos Sainz wins the Grand Prix. Fantastic performance from him. Charles Leclerc second, Lewis Hamilton cross the line third, and that's the McLaren going slow. That's Landonorris, I believe. Landonorris, he's hit something, I think. Has damaged his suspension, and that's an engine failure for one of the Hasses as well. Max Schumacher's already out. Is that Magnussen? Can he get it across the line? Sainz, a glorious performance. So much has happened in this race. We had to dart from here to there. It's been a fantastic race to watch. There's been so much to talk about. And, 2022 is starting to take shape. We've seen a race dominated by Red Bull and then a race dominated by Ferrari. And this sets it really fair, doesn't it? Carlos Sainz then wins the Grand Prix. Charles Leclerc finishes second. Lewis Hamilton third. Daniel Ricciardo ends up finishing fourth because he might not be as quick as his teammate, but he's got the experience and he's just able to survive. And then Fernando Alonso, 5th place. That'll make up for his first corner incident in Bahrain. Great performance from Alonso. Lance Stroll equals his teammate's performance from Bahrain with 6th place. And it shows you just how badly the Red Bulls had delayed the rest of the field in the first lap that Verstappen managed to stop for a front wing and still finish in 7th place and still pick up 6 points. The big mystery is how on earth did he pass his teammate Perez? Yeah, that was all off camera. We didn't see that. Yuki Tsunoda, it seems that starting in 14th is a good place to start if you're outside the top 10, because Yuki Tsunoda qualified there and he's finished in 8th. Remember, Sebastian Vettel qualified there in Bahrain and finished 6th, so good place to get some points from. Valtteri Bottas this time does deliver some points for 9th place, and Kevin Magnussen's engine did hold together and he made it over the line to finish 10th and pick up a point for Haas. So the championship standings, Charles Leclerc leads it with good consistency, or better consistency than everyone else at the moment, that's for sure. 28 points for Leclerc. Perez and Sainz tied on 25, Verstappen on 24. Daniel Ricciardo 5th on 18, Norris 6th on 15, Hamilton also on 15, then Russell, Alonso and the rest. Ferrari lead Red Bull by 4 points in the Constructors, 53 to 49. McLaren currently sitting in 3rd on 33 points. Mercedes on 27 in 4th place. Aston Martin, good consistency from them so far, 16 points in 5th. Alpine, 6th on 14 points. AlphaTauri, 7th on 4. Haas, 8th on 3. Alfa Romeo, 9th on 2. And Williams, 10th and last on 1. So, wow, what a race we have seen today. A massive turnaround in the championship, because the first race was Red Bull 1-2 and their challengers basically all had problems. Whereas today, Ferrari, well, you could say their challengers all had problems again, because although Hamilton was there or thereabouts, he wasn't in terms of pace. He was miles off, so Ferrari didn't really have any challengers either. George Russell, obviously, in the other Mercedes, he lost his front wing. Both both Red Bulls lost their front wings. And, it'll be good to see a race where Red Bull and Ferrari run trouble-free and are able to have a good battle between them. And be interesting to see where Mercedes and McLaren sit into that mix, if Mercedes and McLaren can sit into that mix. It's an interesting conundrum, but at the moment the World Championship is very close and we love to see it. So, like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this. Obviously, like anybody, I'm trying to build this channel. I want to make it as good as it can possibly be and have as many followers as we can possibly have. So it'd be great if you guys could like and subscribe, and we'll catch you soon.